Okay,
Hi guys, it's me, Boog,
and Dad.
from Boog and Dad TV, and today we're gonna be reviewing the 2021 Masters of the Universe, Stratos and Buzz Off.
This is the continuation of the Origins collection, and I'll beg your pardon, Mister Boog Batista, but this is new for 22.
It's
So,
but it says 2021 on the box.
I think that's when they originally re-released the line. So, yeah,
No,
we're
look, that's what it says. Look right there, 2021.
I don't know. Well, up here it says new for 22. So we'll have to see the ones for this year, uh, if they're new for 23. But yeah, I love the new for 22 sign here at the top. It's great. Now, of course, if you're not familiar with Master of the Universe Origins, it's basically a re-release of all the original 80s He-Man Master of the Universe toys. That if you're of a certain age, probably between 40, 45, maybe 35, 45.
Dad is in the last one.
You
That
may
page,
be,
age range.
yes, yeah, or we'll say,
Not
okay, no, I
true at
think,
all.
honestly, because I'm not the guy, so probably 40 to 50. If you're between 40 and 50 years old, you probably had a
I
lot of,
know.
uh,
No, just made
probably
a
very familiar
surprise
with these
appearance.
figures. But what they've done is instead of just going back and re-releasing the same old figures, they have uh, kept them true to their core as far as the original figures are concerned, but they just added much better articulation. I think much better paint, while keeping it true or as close as possible to the original figure. So kind of updated it for modern times, because back then the He-Man figures were just totally 5 POA. You had head movement, shoulder movement, hip movement. That was it. Nothing else. Just like your basic Star Wars figures back then. So now Boog will count for us when we go in open, but now, if I'm not mistaken, I think you got almost close to 20 points of articulation with these guys. So
I
they're
don't have that much articulation.
really, really great. I won't count, I can't remember, maybe 15, but a lot more than five. A lot more than five. So, these were two we picked up last year. These are two of my favorites that I like, and I'm not out to collect the entire series. I just get the ones that that are my favorites to kind of go with the collection we already have. So these two we picked up. I always was a fan of Buzz Off and Stratos, so they were kind of like the main guys you wanted in the collection. And I thought for a while last year, watching kind of how they were doing at retail. Of course, they brought in a whole nother series based on another show they have, which I'm not really interested in. So I kind of thought these were going away. You could tell they got a little bit of less shelf space at the stores, or at least our local stores back over the summer. And even a few pieces made it to the clearance section. So then I thought, oh, oranges must be, it must be done. They must be winding it down. And then we got to the end of the year, and it was like, boom, it's back. We got new Origins vehicles. We've got a whole new slate of Origins characters. There's probably at least 8 different ones to choose from on the shelf. So I don't think Origins is done quite yet. They're still breathing life into it and keep it going. And they've also got a huge uh, play set on Mattel's. Well, it's not HasLab. What do they call play or
Until
Creations?
creations.
Yeah. So they've got a huge one up that's up. I believe
All
it's
right,
still live
this
right
is gonna
now.
be 30 minutes long if we don't start
Yeah, if you
reviewing
want to
this.
go in there and place your and back it. I'm not going to. I saw it. The thing is just absolutely huge. I don't really have any place for it. And it's also pretty
Cheeks, we have
expensive.
another comic for you to read.
Yes, but it's there on Mattel Creations if you're interested in checking it out, because it does look a really cool piece. And I'm sure I'll probably regret later on not purchasing it, but um, just didn't do it this time around. But anyway, so let's get into these figures. And Boog is already in the Stratos over there. Both of these guys are um, both of these guys are the heroic warriors, and they kind of show you in the back. Like I said, it's got some awesome cartoon artwork there, and you can see Buzz Off flying around. And just like in the 80s, you get a little small comic book to go with it. And of course, there's Skeletor, He-Man, and uh, Sorceress, and of course the main heroes. And then down the bottom, over here on this side, I like how they put it in red, so you kind of know you got Skeletor, and Jitsu, the bad guys. Jitsu's a really cool figure too. If I find him, I'll probably pick him up. So, but yeah, they're really finally getting into the a lot of the characters that were added throughout the series. So the reason why you got a comic book with these um, wasn't so much they just wanted to be nice and give you a cool comic book, but when He-Man first came out, it wasn't actually based on any kind of property. It was a brand new property that just Mattel just made up, and it was a huge hit. But when you're not basing your characters and stuff on anything, how do the kids know who's who, who's bad, who's good, all that kind of thing. So decided they would pack in these little comic books so that when the kids bought a figure, they could quickly take a read through and realize, okay, these are the good guys, these are the bad guys, and this is kind of how it works. This is what Eternia looks like, so that they could have a little more fleshed out kind of story in their head to keep kids engaged, which was a really genius idea, I thought, at the time. And then, of course, later on, the television show rolled out, and of course, it just took off from there. And I think this is one of the biggest properties in the 80s as far as toys are concerned. And especially really, I think especially really awesome that it's a homegrown thing. It's not based on, a TV show or movie originally. So, but the TV show was great. They did a good job with the TV show. I really enjoyed it. I watched it just about every afternoon. So here he is. Here's Stratos. He is built on, or he's basically based on, obviously a bird.
He's
Kind
a
of got like
monkey.
I think maybe a falcon.
He looks like a monkey.
Oh, no, no.
No.
Oh, no, no.
No.
Pause the nations.
We on. Stop. We on pause. We're back.
Okay. With the sorry about that. We had a little interruption from Mo. There's Baggins too. He needs to come in. So yeah, we're back here with the He-Man Master of the Universe Origins figures, Stratos, and Buzz Off. So here's the package for Stratos, because I'm sure you missed that thanks to Mo and his large self. Thinking he didn't interject himself in the video. So you can see this was new for 22. So these guys came out last year. And these are really two really cool figures. And like I was saying earlier, I don't collect every one, but I get the ones that I like. Kind of like I did when I was a kid. So we're just slowly adding on to our collection. But it was kind of like just get your favorites. Some I like, some I don't like, but these two I really do. So I was showing him that's the awesome artwork there of Stratos in battle on the back. And Stratos, I think, is based off of Falcon. That's my best guess anyway. Boog thinks it's a monkey, but I guess you guys can decide whatever y'all may think. But I'm pretty sure he's a Falcon. So that's the back of his box. And of course, he comes with the classic 80s, card back. They really, really made a strong effort to make this close to the 80s packaging and figure all the way around, but just giving you some updates with the better accessories and the lots more POA, which we love, right? Right, Boog?
Really break it down.
So, bye, Mo.
Yeah.
So yeah, Boog's gonna go ahead and get Buzz Off out. Now, like I was saying too, we also get these awesome little comics. And in the 80s, when they first debuted these figures, like I said, weren't tied to a property, so they kind of come out, and how are kids supposed to know what they were and who was good and who was bad and all
And
that
Dan
kind of
will
thing.
be reading the comic later on in the episode.
Yeah. So long story short, they started inserting these little comics with the figures, and that way you could kind of read along, get into the world, and kind of understand what all this is about without them having to have like a TV show. So I thought it was genius. I really enjoyed getting these. And of course, not long after that, the TV show did come along, and then once that happened, I probably didn't even read the comics anymore because there was just so much content with the shows. I was watching them every afternoon, I think at 5. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Could not miss it. So I will. Looks like both of these are going to be the same for these figures. So this one's called Challenge of Jitsu. I don't have Jitsu, but I do want to get him. He is definitely one of Skeletor's henchmen, and he's a really cool figure. I always thought back in the 80s he was based on loosely on the Mr. T figure because it does kind of look like him, But if I find him at the store, I will definitely pick him up. But I kind of thought last year that the series was kind of coming to an end. It, it's great series, but they did a terrible job with, I guess, the supply chain. Because in the beginning, when it first hit store shelves, it was all He-Man uh, and Skeletor, and that was it. There was no more figures, and this didn't just go on for a few weeks or months. This went on for the better part of a year, where every time you went to the store to look for Origins, those were the two figures that were there, and there was nothing else.
And on top of that, there were Walmart exclusives.
Were they?
Yeah, there
So
were.
Target didn't have He-Man or Skeletor?
Well, yeah, there for a long time. I
Oh, in the
think.
very beginning, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah. So and they just they had a ton of them, but that was it. So you're kind of so it was kind of like, okay, great, everybody's hyped about them bringing it back, but for the longest time you could buy two characters you could find, He-Man and Skeletor. So it was like, and it felt like almost like by the time the hype was over with and everybody was kind of giving up on it, is when the other characters finally started showing up at the stores, and it just took forever, way too long. So I think that definitely set back probably the success of this series a bit. And even now, it's still kind of wonky because now you've got a lot of variety of characters in the stores. I've noticed probably the last, I don't know, at least 2 or 3 months, they've really flooded the stores with a lot of variety of characters, which are great. So the characters are just awesome. Like, I mean, you can see why you like this guy. He's just great. He's this awesome character. But now they're generally speaking, uh, He-Man and Skeletor are nowhere to be found. Haven't seen them on a store shelf in a long time, and that's a huge problem if you're trying to sell these figures to kids and not just old folks like me, because they're not going to come in there and buy these figures without the main characters, right, babe? I
yeah.
mean, it doesn't make any sense. I mean, you've got to make sure you got
Unless you're a
an adequate
weirdo.
supply of He-Man and
Dad, I
Skeletor
think I see the
on the shelf.
weirdo. He's in the back there. There he is.
Who's back there?
Do you see the weirdo that doesn't collect the main characters? He's right back there.
Uh,
Do you
uh,
see him? He's in the green shirt.
I do not. Who's got a green shirt on?
The, the guy who only collects the non-main characters.
Uh, I don't see anybody back there.
He's back there. Look. Do you
Uh,
see him?
I see no Harry and Hermione. Um,
No, he's back there. They're on the same row. You're almost there.
Blue. Oh, yes.
There you see him
Okay.
now.
Yes, there he is. All right. Anyway, uh, so so yeah. So back to what I was saying. Like I said, they've just done a horrible job. As great as these figures are, and as big a success I think they could be, they've done a horrible job with, like I said, this whole supply chain thing. That they ever got that worked out, what they did as far as the actual figures are concerned is great, really amazing, awesome idea, and I don't know why kids wouldn't love this. Big, you love this. I mean, ever since I bought one, he can't stop playing with them for like 2 years now, right?
And then they came out with WWE versions.
Yeah, and they even took the idea and or took basically the molds of these figures and turned them into a new line of WWE figures, which is also genius, and they're also really really awesome. Which Boo definitely loves those, and you probably, or if you haven't seen them yet, you should start seeing a lot of those pop on our channel here really soon because we've reviewed a bunch of them. So, back to Stratos here. Like I said, both these are good guys. They are partners with He-Man. And like I said, he's based on a falcon type figure, I believe, even though Boog says he's a monkey. Um, he's got, like I said, the feathers. Like I said, his mask there is kind of uh, bird looking, and a jetpack. I mean, you have to have a jetpack if you're going to fly around, right? But did he not come with a weapon?
Nope.
No weapon at all? Just this is it. So he just flies
Well,
around.
his wings are movable though.
Oh, okay. So we can use those. So he just flies around. So like that. And then it's one of my other all-time favorite characters, Buzz Off. Ta-ta! And check out this bit of awesomeness. I mean, this is just creativity. The guy's trying to come up with something, and I think they did a great job. Of course, he's obviously based on a bumblebee, and you know, a lot like Stratus, he flies around and whacks people with his little saw there or hatchet.
It's axe.
Axe, yes, the axe. So his hat, but yeah, is his hat removable, Boob?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's got a removable hat.
Unhat him.
Right, so we'll take his hat off. And there's his head. But yeah, he just looks so cool, and he just stands out. Even from a kid, this is one of the guys I remember. Man at Arms, of course, Ram Man. Those guys were just the kind of the staples that you kind of had to have if you were going to collect He Man. So that's the ones I went back with, right, Boog? And I
Yeah.
love them. They're very awesome. We just have the new and improved version. So Boog is going to use uh, Stratus here and go over the POAs with you so that you kind of understand all the different POAs they've added
Jeez, I just got a
since the
fantastic
80s.
idea, Dan.
Um, Look at these feet molds. I mean, that's
Jeez,
just
I just
weird.
got an idea.
Okay, go ahead. And of course, these will come off too. You can choose to take them off if you need to during battle. They're kind of a soft plastic, so he could just leave them on. I'm going to leave mine on for display just because I think it looks cool.
What?
The wings.
No, they're not removable.
They're not?
No,
Oh, I thought they were.
no.
Well, how did they get them in the? How did they get them in the box? You just turn them down like that?
No, they shoved them in the plastic.
What?
They like shoved them in between the plastic pieces.
Are you serious? Because it looks like they should just slide off right here.
Do they, Dan?
Yes, I think they do. Why wouldn't they? You should know this. You just put them together. Yeah, they just pop off.
No.
Um,
They came already on though.
for real?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, they pop right off if you need them to. So there is that.
Now,
Buzz off.
now introducing
Buzz.
the Super Luchador.
Ta-da! And it does look like a luchador. Yes.
So yay, a new figure for our wrestling display. Yay.
Yes.
We have a random
Like we
luchador.
need more.
We have a random luchador dude now.
Okay, I think you forgot your task. POA, POA, POA.
So his arms can go up to there. He can charge at you,
Right? Hey, bags.
and then his head goes up and down. A little bit of tilt. At the head.
Right. It's more of a ball joint where the old figures were literally just left to right.
Well, actually, we can. There
Yes.
you go.
Yeah. So how many more? POAs would you count with that?
So he has elbow, only single elbow though,
Right.
and then hand spins all the way around.
We definitely did not have that.
Hands go left and right.
It was one solid statue.
His torso spins at the
We
waist.
did have that. They did do that. Yes.
His
The other ones.
foot goes out to there. Knee joint. But no, this is where the boot would be if he had one.
Oh
And
wow!
it
So
goes all the way around.
there's even mid. What would you call that joint?
Calf joints again.
Calf joints? Does all of them have it? Yeah, they all have calf joints. And
And
like Boog
then
says, they're kind of where usually most of them are
his
boots.
foot goes back
He
to
does not.
there. Well, it's kind of like they still kept the sheep mold though. Then it goes up to there.
Very cool. All right, so how many POs have you counted so far?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 points of articulations.
There's more than that.
There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And then count the ones on the other side.
That doesn't count.
Well, in 5 POA it did because they counted the head, the shoulders, the hips. That was it. It was 5 POA.
Okay, so if we're counting all of them,
Right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
So we went from 5 POA to 14 POA. Is that not amazing?
Come on, Mattel. You really couldn't put one more thing in there to get the full 10 more points of articulation.
Well, I don't know. I think it's perfect. The number doesn't really matter. It's like, does the figure work? Now it definitely works.
Like, I think they could have put like an ab crunch or something in there.
Yeah, because like when they released, of course they did release a new Battle Cat, a new Panther, and the new figures. They fit so much better on Panther and Battle Cat than the old ones did. The old guys used to, you would set them on top of them, and literally like you could have to. It was kind of like doing a balancing act. You set them up there, and then they would eventually just go. like would hardly ever stay on there for the battle, and there was no straps or anything, so it was a really tough time getting those two to ride in together and start fighting because they would generally just yeah before even any contact.
The
What
battle
kind
would
of battle
already,
is that?
the battle would already be over before it even started.
Exactly. Yeah, bad guy and the hero both dead. All right, so let's go over the comic here. What they've given us with these two is called Challenge of Jitsu. Dun, 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 dun.
And actually,
And
are both here, both of our heroes on the cover too. They're at the bottom.
oh, they are, yeah, yeah. So they're both of our guys, and looks like they're going to be facing off against Jitsu here, which means we will try to find him soon, hopefully, because Jitsu's a bad man. All right, so we're going to start off here with um, we're going to start. This is the sorcerer here. Um, Greetings, He-Man. It is good you have answered the call. Oh, this is He-Man. It is good to see you, sorceress. You as well. Friends, Buzz Off, and Stratos. Bzzz. I wish this visit wasn't under dire circumstances. Bzzz. Adrenos has been mysteriously attacked with heavy losses to my home and people. Bzzz. Avion as well. We have attempted to track the source, but our investigation came up empty. Don't worry, guys. I have detected no spell. Some great physical force is the cause of this destruction. By the goddess, what unleashed all this carnage? To the end, to the entire Mystic Mountains. Oh, Mystic Mountains, in case you wonder what they look like. Very nice location. Um,
Has Dad visited before?
the scanners aren't picking up anything. I see something, rather, someone. Bzz, I see him too. Ha! You're no match for Jitsu's might, Manticore. And then you can see here he's fighting Manticore, which is kind of a lion type beast. Um. Oh well, looks like we found our problem. Hi. Yeah. And then down here at the bottom, he is kicking Manticore's cheeks in. Jitsu's got to be stopped. Bzzz. You, whoever you are, I demand you stop at once. Bzzz. State your business and leave, or we will force you to leave. Finally, some warriors you look like. You could be a challenge to Jujitsu? Force us. Force you to leave it is. Ah, the one they call the one they call He-Man. At last we meet. Skeletor told me all about you. Skeletor, huh? You just said the magic word. Then let's find out who is the better fighter, you or me. Watch out, he's fast. Stratos. Psh. And then he's KOing Stratos here. In the top page. Psh. Oh no!
Ooh.
Now it's time for Buzz to get involved. Bzzz. Yeah, he uses this to like shoot out like a purple blast. Bzzz. You can see here. Ta-da! And now the purple blast is coming through. Yeah! He-Man's getting into action. Enough distractions. Let's end this, He-Man. The quicker the better. And now him and He-Man are getting in battle. He-Man's totally destroying him, as you can see there. Look at that. And then, finally, for Eternia, for Avion. For Avion. For Andrinos. Oh, sorry to bust your chops, Jitsu. So, is he going to your jail or mine? And that's the end. So they stopped Jitsu right in his tracks and saved the day with the help of He-Man, of course, always. And man, that was great. I'm really excited about these comics. I've got about 4 or 5 more downstairs I could bring up to read if you want. I think this would be good. Or yeah, this one I think is the same one. Um, it does look like it comes with some instructions here. Well, I don't know if I've seen this before. So, oh, okay. So, yeah, all these parts are removable. So I guess they're kind of just throwing in there to let you know. Boog figured that out real fast because he loves taking things apart. So now it kind of shows you all the parts that you can take off, and that is the great thing too about this series is you can interchange them with each other and create your own abominations of figures or just cool figures that you like. Um, so yeah, you can mix and match these guys any way you want to come up with some really cool stuff, which is that's a big plus point I think to kids to have that option, to do that. So yeah, so I can go grab the 4 or 5 more from downstairs, and we can keep on going. Boog,
Yeah.
oh, the audience wanted me to get some more comments from downstairs. So I'm going to grab the other 4 or 5 that we have, and I'll be right back. Okay.
Okay, I'm just taking it out.
What do you mean you're taking a nap? Get up! This is important stuff here we're doing. It's important work.
I don't. Oh, yeah, it's unfortunate because we're out of time.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, next time we'll read some more comics. But
Maybe,
right.
hopefully.
So we'll see you on the next video. Hope you enjoyed this one. This is Masters of the Universe Origins, Stratos, and Buzz Off. Buzz off, dude.
That's rude. Okay, guys, in this
But
video,
it's
make sure
fun.
to like and subscribe, and to some more awesome Masters of the Universe. All right, buzz off now.